It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly as they get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it. On EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On play action, Lance. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll give this to Akers running right, and they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a play fake. Lance. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll roll him out right. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Akers is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley Cox. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 24-yard line. first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Garoppolo. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Play action, Garoppolo. And he's wrapped up. Taken down at the 25. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Going for it all. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Corey Davis, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. So what do you think the mindset was there? You can tie it with a PAT here first half. Why go for the lead right now?
The old school mindset says if you have a better team, you just go ahead and continue to try and dominate. There's also a school of thought, if you don't think you're quite as good, you have to try and take advantage of opportunities. And finally, I just think this is analytics coming into the game. Someone saying the more you go for 2, the better your chances are of actually getting them.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Looking downfield for Godwin, and that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Check Mike 39. You don't like ultra. Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Hey, check Mike 39.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Chubb is in. Touchdown, Seattle. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Now he steps away. Looking downfield for Godwin. And got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Check Mike 39. Get your swerve on.
Here's a run with Akers on second down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And this one is incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Throwing is Garoppolo. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get the pressing. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. This is taken at the 15. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to...
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Von Miller picks up his second sack of the afternoon. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season.
Watch the screen. Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Danny. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Throwing on second and long. Lance. Oh, that'll be incomplete. He took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a third and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And how about this, a fake? And this is caught, but he will not make the first down marker. That'll be a turnover on downs. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Garoppolo. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The last run got 6, now second and 4. Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll give it to Chubb, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Nick Chubb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks would extend. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. Oh, a mistake there. The kickoff out of bounds. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up first and 10 at the 40. Off of play action, here's Lance. And oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. A final shot before half for Lance. Flushed out right. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Garoppolo now. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Emmanuel Ogbah able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. Escaping the pressure right. To Connor on the check down. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be a second down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And this is caught. Touchdown. Christian Kirk there to make the grab. And the Eagles get a score closer. It's a run with Akers. And he's going to get in for the 2 points. And that'll make this a 10-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. To return it now, here's King. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now left side on the swing pass. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it 3rd and 1. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Mo Alley-Cox, 60 yards. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Silver. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. Red, yellow. Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike. Set, go.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 35. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Rolling to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Nick Chubb, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Seahawks capitalize on the short field as they take... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. 2nd and 5 now. Lance. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season, is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the 27, Garoppolo going out wide, finds Chubb. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Garoppolo now, first down throw. Escapes the sack. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. So after the big play, look at this. All the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage. This time a sack. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Touchdown, Seahawks. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Seahawks have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Garoppolo looking to throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Khalif Raymond now. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were...
And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Under pressure, they got him again. Von Miller, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. That's caught. It's James Washington. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. James Washington, 37 yards. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. No problem there on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Raymond now on the return. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I smell fear in that offense. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic.
To throw, it's Lance. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
And they'll go for it. Lance
finds his tight end Ingram. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
And Lance's throw here taken in by Ingram.
Not much there, only a yard. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on him man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Yellow, zoom, red, cycle.
Here we go.
And Lance going to throw.
Throw left side complete. That's Pierce.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He finds his man complete. It's Pierce. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Lance looks to throw again.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin.
And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Garoppolo looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
To throw under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long?
I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby.
He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He rifles one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And what a return as he brings us all the way back to the 25-yard line. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Pierce. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
From the gun, it's Lance.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Chris Godwin
From 8 yards out.
And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they look to finish strong in this fourth quarter, and this is a unit that certainly has pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they will fall to 1-1, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.